welcome back to my channel. I posted a poll on my Instagram asking what kind of video you guys wanted to see, and obviously the Storytime won. Today's video, we are going to be taking a long journey down memory lane to my disaster dating life once upon a time. But before I do that, I just want to go ahead and shout out Double Good Popcorn. For those of you who may or may not know, I'm the vice president of my Squadron Booster Club, and I am in charge of hosting our holiday party this year. So with that being said, Booster Club is responsible for raising all kinds of money to be able to throw the best holiday party ever. Last year's holiday party sucked. So it is my responsibility to make it 10 times better than it was last year. All you have to do is just click the link in the description box below or follow me on Instagram where I have also posted the link. They have a bunch of delicious flavors like jalapenos, salt and pepper, caramel, queso, and even milk chocolate. They ship to anywhere in the US. If you go ahead and purchase, 50% of the proceeds go straight to our holiday party this year. So help me support our troops this holiday season and click the link in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so boom. Once upon a time, your girl was on Tinder. First red flag. Also, throughout the course of this video, I just want y'all to tally up all the red flags you guys see throughout the course of this story time. So I was on Tinder and I just so happened to match with this boy. We're gonna call him Tyler. So Tyler and I are conversing back and forth. We're talking about our jobs. We just so happen to be maintenance. We start talking about music. The vibe is vibing, okay? Eventually we wanna meet up. We find out we both live on base. Eventually we learn that we live in the same building. I live on the first floor, he lives on the third floor. So he invites me to meet up. I don't really want him coming to my place because that's kind of weird. So I go up to Tyler's room, he answers the door. First of all, first thing I noticed when I get into his room, the man had no bed sheet. He just had pillows, a blanket, and no bed sheets. He had a laundry basket out with what I assumed to be fresh, clean laundry. Okay, so I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, he's doing laundry, maybe he's washing his sheets. He also has his friend in the room and they're like going back and forth, like talking and whatever. Like his friend is talking about like some story about some girl or whatever, like he's going through it. Neither one of them are paying attention to me. Like he hasn't said a word to me since I walked in. Eventually his friend starts bringing me into the conversation and he's like just talking to me. Like we're low-key, we were vibing like on a friendship, like on a friendly level. He was just the very outgoing type, like he was funny. Mind you, the whole reason why we started connecting is because I had just gotten a hamster and I saw, I think on his Tinder that he had a hamster. So I think I slid and was like, oh, your hamster's so cute, like blah, 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 blah. And when I went to his room, he brings out his hamster. So we jokingly are like, you know, we should have a little play date with them. Like his was a boy, mine was a girl. And we were like, dang, that would be crazy if they had like little babies or whatever. Keep that in mind. I don't remember very much from this night. Again, this was a long time ago. I don't remember the specifics, but basically like, I guess it ended well because we ended up like trying to hang out again later on. It was like very weird trying to establish something to do because he kept wanting to do stuff. Like he kept inviting me to his room. And like after the first night that I met him, I was like, I'm not trying to go to your room and like hang out. Like that's not a date to me. Like you need to plan something outside of the bedroom. So he's giving me the runaround as to why he can't take me on a proper date. So eventually I'm like, okay, well, you know, this was nice. This was fun. Whenever you decide to like figure it out or whatever, if I'm still single, like hit me up. Especially first meeting you. Like why are we chilling in the room? Like if you're just trying to hook up, just say that, then you know, nobody will waste anybody's time. But like, what we doing? Like, what are you trying to do? Come to find out, he ain't had no car. Which Diamond today, I would have stopped talking to him right then. Diamond with low self-esteem back then was like, that's fine. I was like, cool, you know, I don't mind driving the first time, you know, maybe we can go bowling or this, that, whatever. He gonna talk about, oh, so about that, I can't really leave base. I kid you not. Like, I genuinely can't make this up. And I knew it was gonna be some BS. He was like, oh, you know, it's a long story. I might have to send you like a voice message or something like that. And I knew it was gonna be some BS. So I decided to screen record this. Y'all, I've wanted to tell this story for so long and I'm glad I actually finally get to. So I can finally like put these voice recordings out there because I could not believe, like, I want y'all to listen to the voice recordings this man sent me. Mind you, this is after like a week or two of knowing each other. This is him explaining why he can't leave base and why he can't take me out on a proper date.
So last month, early January, I was dealing with my ex because I needed my guns and she was holding them for me because she has a house off base. And I told her, like, I'm coming to get him. Like, I don't want you to have him no more. We're done with each other, so there's no need for you to have my stuff. And when I got there, she was in her car. And was ignoring me as I came into her car to try to get my stuff back. So I'm like, all right. So I'm just standing there looking stupid. She got out, ignoring me still, and then went to her back seat to get her shit and go in the house. So I'm like, all right. I know you keep him in the trunk, so I tried to pop her fucking trunk. And as soon as I did that, she like mugged me in my face and pushed me against the car door. So I like grabbed her hands, like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like her wrists, and was like resisting her. And she coming at me, screaming and shit. I don't touch my shit. I'm like, okay. So I let go, and she threw a punch, dodged it. She threw another punch, hit me in my chin. So I grabbed her wrist again, like, yo, you're tripping. I just want my gun, I'm gonna leave. And she's like fighting me, trying to like come at me, and I'm still holding her wrist, trying to resist her. And she slips and falls because it's icy. I help her back up, and I let go, and she comes at me again. So I grabbed her wrist one more time. She kicked me in my nuts, and I left. I guess she called the cops that night. So I'm dealing with assault charges right now, or assault case, because she told them that I grabbed her by her arms and was swinging her around and wouldn't let her go, holding her against her will. But she didn't mention none of the stuff, like her swinging on me and nothing like that. Oh, she also said I knocked her on the ground, which she slipped because she fell. I mean, she slipped because she was coming at me, and I had helped her back up. Like, if I wanted to, like, really hurt her, I would have while she was on the ground. I had no intention to hurt her, but that's just how the situation played out. And I've been dealing with that since, so they got me restricted to base because they really think that I threat to her, and she told them she thinks I'm going to come back to her crib and do shit. So, yeah, I'm dealing with that. And I've been fighting that for the last month, but, yeah.
What do you mean? What you mean you trying to fight? You are in the middle of a domestic violence case trying to start something with me. And by this point, you're probably like, Diamond, this is when you should have cut the cord. Like, this is when you should have just blocked him, stopped talking to him. Do you think I did that? Yes, I did. Actually, for once, I actually did. And I told him, I was like, hey, you need to figure your stuff out. Like, I don't want no parts of this. Like, that's kind of not a good look for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a good reputation, and I'm trying to tarnish that with your shenanigans, right? It was like, okay, you know, that's cool. I understand. Like, you know, I hope you're still single by the time I get this stuff straightened out. Mind you, that happened in January. Fast forward to February. It's Valentine's Day. I'm still single. Like, I'm not expecting anything. This man pops up to my door just out of nowhere with flowers. I don't remember us ever talking about my favorite bottle of wine, but at the time he brought my favorite bottle of wine and some chocolates. And he was like, I just want you to be my Valentine, like blah, 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 blah. So that's how we ended up reconnecting, because, you know, I'm a sucker for love. And I've never really gotten anything for Valentine's Day like that at the time, right? So I think that weekend we end up getting together, and he brings his hamster over to meet my hamster. We have a little cute little play date. They end up getting their freak on. We thought it was funny and didn't think anything of it, but like, listen, if you knew the base that we were at, like, I'm telling you, we had nothing else to do. Like, it was cold. Next thing you know, this get to know you friendship turns into a situationship, right? Because I was like, listen, I don't know that I want to be in a relationship with you, but you're cool people. Like, we vibed, we clicked. You know, it was fire. Like, it just made sense, because I was like, I don't really want to put no more pressure on you. Like, you can't take me out on proper dates, like, whatever. And I know what y'all was saying, but like, at the time, I was happy. Like, I was cool with it, whatever. So one day in my room, he gets a call from his grandmother. And as they're like talking back and forth, like, obviously the grandmother is old, so like, she can't really hear him talking. So like he's getting frustrated and low-key like yelling at his grandma, like enunciating his words so that she can hear. And like at this point, I'm starting to realize like this dude's kind of a hothead. Like he might got some anger issues, low-key. Dude plays basketball. Sometime later, he invites me into one of his intramural games, and so I go and sit and watch in the bleachers. And homeboy keeps getting fouled and like this close to getting thrown out the game because I don't know the technical terms for basketball, but like he was like just being too aggressive. Like at one point, one of the dudes was like dribbling the ball and he grabs the back of his jersey and yanks him to get the ball. And they blow the whistle and he's like, oh, you know, whatever, da 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 da. The game ends and I'm low-key embarrassed because everyone's gonna think this is my man because he's coming over to me and like talking to me afterwards, and I'm like, can we please get out of here? I'm embarrassed. So a couple weeks later, he hits me up asking if I have laundry detergent. At the time I was like, yeah, you know, come over, no problem. I want to say I asked him like, what do you usually, like, are you okay using the game like little pods, like almost like Tide Pods? I was like, are you okay with using that? He was like, yeah, you got the good stuff. I was like, what do you use? Like, what do you usually use? He was like, oh, I just use the Dawn dish soap. He was like, listen, if that soap can get the oil off the little ducks in the commercial, it should be good for my clothes. You're nasty. That's at that point, I was mortified. And I was like, probably shouldn't be doing extracurriculars with this human being. So rewind back to when our hamsters got their freak on. Fast forward, like, I don't know, 20 to 30 days later, my hamster has babies. 12 babies to be exact. So that was a whole thing in itself. He wants 2 of the hamsters. He wants 2 boys. I let him take whichever 2. Fast forward again, he ends up coming to me all excited, telling me, hey, you know, my whole lot, what is it called? It's not a lawsuit, but you know what I mean. The whole lawsuit is figured out, you know, I can leave base now and blah, 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 blah. He's like, I really want to go out to eat. Right, but you still don't have no car, so it kind of feels weird. Let me mention, as we're leaving base, he happens to be like, this probably isn't a good time to tell you this. I'm driving and I'm like, so I look over and I'm like, if you tell me that you can't leave base, you gonna say, yeah, I can't. What? He was like, nah, I'm just playing. Sir, you are a fugitive. Don't play. We go back, and as we're coming through the gate, we hand our CACs, and the security forces officer is looking at him like, looks up at the wall inside the little kiosk thing, and he's like, and Tyler's like, yeah, man, I'm on the BOLO list, but like they said it's all good, you know, blah, 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 blah. The guy gives us our CACs back, and I guess they were friends. Like, I guess they knew each other. So he let us go when we drive off. And I look at him, I'm like, what is BOLO? He's talking about be on the lookout. You really are a fugitive. Oh my God. I am with a criminal, a whole felon. And by this point, you're probably like, you should have been cut him off. Yes, I should have, but I didn't. That's not what did it. What did it for me was I got invited to a game night at one of my friend's houses, and I asked him for a ride there. Oh, so he ended up getting his car fixed. So he had a car, it just wasn't fixed. So he ended up getting it fixed, and I asked him for a ride to my friend's house for the game night because I knew I planned on drinking and I just wanted to have a safe way back, right? He's like, yeah, no problem. We're halfway there. White smoke starts fluttering out of his hood, the hood of his car. I'm like, hey, there's smoke coming out of your hood. Your hood's smoking. He's like, no, it's not. I was like, I may not be good with cars. I'm just a girl. But I know white smoke when I see it. I know smoke when I see it. Your car is smoking. Pull over on the side of the bridge, on the bridge. And he gets out to look at it. He opens up the hood. A gust of white smoke is just pillowing out of his hood. He's like, I don't know, like, I think it's just water leaking on the engine. You know what? Maybe. I immediately called my friend to come pick me up. And I was like, girl, I don't know what's going on with his car, but I know I'm not riding in it. She immediately comes by. It maybe took 5 minutes for her to get there. If you're still watching this video, go ahead and drop how many red flags you done calculated throughout this story time. I'm just curious. A couple nights go by. If not the very next night, I believe. And he hits me up and he's like, hey, I'm about to go to McDonald's. Do you want anything? I'm like, no, I don't want anything from you, to be honest with you. I sit there and I'm like, no, I'm good, thanks. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure I can get you whatever you want? Like, I can get you nuggets, I was like, no, no, that's quite all right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I don't want anything. He was like, do you want to at least ride with me? I was like, no, actually, I don't. Kind of like life. 15 minutes go by. This man is FaceTiming me. He is sitting like what looks to be outside of McDonald's, like this, just with his phone just propped up, or like he's holding his phone up like this. I'm like, what is wrong with you? He flips the camera around, and I kid you not, his entire car is engulfed in flames. I cannot make this up. This man is just sitting in the McDonald's parking lot watching. This man is watching his car just burn, just be engulfed in flames and black smoke. I immediately go to pick him up. And from the bridge where we first stopped, I can see the smoke just bellowing in the sky. Yeah, that was a quiet car ride home. After that, I stopped talking to him. A couple weeks later, I'm coming back from, I think we went hiking with some of my coworkers, and it was two dudes who dropped me off. I pass his friend, like the friend sees me get out the car, and I'm like, hey, you know, what's up, blah, 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 blah. The minute I get in my dorm, this man is texting me, oh, I know you didn't move on from me that fast, but you just replaced me like that, blah, 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 blah. The nerve. Like, the nerve would do with no car. The nerve of a dude whose car just blew up at a McDonald's parking lot. That they are my coworkers. Please stop texting me. And I blocked him. He texted me from a completely different phone. I guess his homeboy's phone? I don't know. And says, oh, why you gotta block me? Da, da, da. I immediately blocked that number too. That is it for this video. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the link down in the description box and go ahead and buy some popcorn to help support me, support my troops. Any little bit helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one.